RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Macias Insurance, professional independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Morrissey Construction, completing projects ahead of schedule and under budget for 60 years. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else.
Alton Redbirds 8-8, Edwardsville 13-1. We get ready for the starters to come out onto the floor now. Covington, Curtis, Fletcher, Roundtree, and Harris. Edwardsville in their black uniforms trimmed in the orange, lots of orange and black. And the Redbirds in their white uniforms trimmed in the red. And they'll be starting Brown, Parker, Anderson, Womack, and Thurmond. And once again, remember, Tyler McLemore out with a concussion, and we'll have to see how long he is going to be out of the lineup.
And it also looks like we're going to start the game off with an injury. Looks like the floor is bleeding, because Coach Harris is doing a wonderful job of cleaning up the scuff mark. So they're Johnny on the spot to even get the game started, Brent.
And a little bit more of a delay, which takes us to an 8:14 tip-off. 8:14, and now we're going to re-tip it. Nope, we're going to say it's Alton ball, and we're underway here.
Yeah, Fletcher tipped the ball to himself and caught it, and you can't retain possession on your own tip at the circle.
Here we go, Abasa Brown with the basketball. Derek Thurmond with him back there. On the left wing, Tyrone Parker. High post, Womack and Anderson. Aaron Womack's going to drive, and it's blocked away to start things off. Drew Curtis with a big block. The Redbirds retain possession.
Good job of Alton trying to go inside early. The size of Curtis just bothered Aaron Womack on that shot, and he threw it out of there.
Abasa Brown's going to drive in. He'll kick it to the corner. Parker out to Anderson at the top. Carlos looks for help and a guard, and he finds Tyrone Parker now.
The evolution of Carlos's game as he gets older, he'll get into a position where he'll be able to create off the dribble, off those open spaces. Right now, he's just not there.
Anderson will fire a three. Carlos missed it. Rebound Edwardsville, and here come the Tigers with Sean Roundtree up the floor, and Roundtree, the point guard, will give it to Garrett Covington now. Big 6'5" senior. Now inside, Glass, no, but it's a walk. Trey Harris jumped through a double team, and he traveled.
And that's a tough call right there. You get a lot of coaches to say if this is college, that's a good move. In high school, they just call that. It's a travel. It's good defense by the Redbirds, giving good help on them to force that.
Coach Mike Waldo already chatting with the officials on that traveling call, of course.
Well, we know Coach Waldo's going to make sure he has plenty of chats before the night's over with.
That's so true.
Great backdoor
cut. Nice one there. Anderson with a bounce. Tyrone Parker with a finish, 2-0.
Now that's a great setup. Carlos back dribbled sideways towards the free throw line, extended, and hit Tyrone Parker on a strong backdoor cut, strong finish.
Parker 2-0. Redbirds with a bucket. Roundtree will fire a three. Nope. Parker tipped it out of bounds as he was about to get the rebound on the weak side, but out of bounds, Edwardsville ball.
Sean Roundtree, number 24 in black for Edwardsville. He's a young man. He runs the show. You have to force him to be a shooter before a distributor, because he will absolutely hurt you.
Spinning inside, and there's another travel as Armand Fletcher, 6'5" junior, walked as he went down the right side of the lane.
And he's the newest member to the lineup for Alton, replacing Josh White, who gave Coach Waldo 3 solid years of basketball playing at the varsity level.
Here's Thurmond giving to Brown. It's Alton ball, 2 minutes into the game. Womack setting a high screen as Thurmond and Brown play catch. Derek Thurmond has it knocked away, and into the backcourt it goes, and it's a steal. And here is a foul. Abasa Brown on a reach in there, trying to keep Fletcher from going to the basket.
Caught Alton off guard right there, Brent. Edwardsville fell back into the 1-3-1. Derek Thurmond got caught in the middle of the floor, and the trap had nothing to do with it. Ended up in a turnover.
They throw it to the front of the rim, and a layup for Covington is good, tying the game.
They called Bassa not ready and threw it right over his head for a quick layup.
2-2 game. Redbirds and Tigers here. 5:35 to go. They whip it to Womack inside. Reverse layup. Aaron Womack for 2.
And again, right now, Alton looks good because they're getting ball movement. They're getting dribble penetration, and then they're hitting the slide guy inside. Ticky-tack foul here on Derek Thurman. Holding.
Thurman guarding Roundtree, and he'll pick up a foul. 2 fouls for Alton now. Team fouls, and Thurman with his first. And the Tigers throw it into the top of the key. Harris for 3. Good.
That's too easy.
Wide open, and the senior buries a 3.
And we're talking about Trey Thomas here. And Trey is shooting the 3 at 56%, Brent. You have to know where he is. You have to get a hand up.
Trey Harris for 3. Now Abassa Brown driving in for 2. Nope. He missed it. Rebound Anderson. Back to Parker. Free throw line. Now to Brown. Backs up for a 3. Nope. Anderson with another rebound. Up and in.
And the majority of Carlos' points this year, he's had a hard time getting a lot of touches in the game. He's scoring a lot of offensive rebounds. He's a big, strong kid to be a sophomore.
2 offensive rebounds there for number 11. 6-5 Redbirds. Harris, glass, no on the drive. Tipped out by Alton. Redbirds doing a decent job on the rebounds, offense and defense so far.
Yeah, but in a team like this right now, you want to try to secure that. That one deflected and bounced, and maybe we had a chance to get it to start the transition. Have to secure rebounds against this big, strong Edwardsville team.
Speaking of big and strong, Covington and Womack battling right under the basket. They throw it in, though, outside to Darius Crockrell. He's into the game now. Crockrell. Harris misses a 3. Back the other way. Anderson goes down to the ground. Slow to get up. And the Tigers tip a pass out of bounds.
Carlos is down there battling strong on the rebounds. Big rebound. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Alton ball as they throw it in under their own basket.
On that last play, I thought Derek Thurman had a layup and didn't look at the rim.
Abassa Brown looking at a couple of cutters, but he'll keep the dribble, top of the key. Free throw line, now to Thurman for 3. And he misses everything from deep in the left corner there.
Air ball, and Edwardsville's on the push, and he left Covington for an open 3.
3 right side, nope, got his own rebound though, and he's headed to the hole. Layup, good. Covington has 4 points now.
And that's got to eat you up right there, where you just give up an offensive rebound to a shooter who shot his 3. And that allows Edwardsville to fall back into the 1-3-1 now.
7-6 Tigers, down low, nice feed. Anderson will lay it up from Womack. Anderson with 4 points, and he gives Alton the lead again at 8-7. First quarter, 3:30 to go. Orange and black basketball, and they have the orange right at the scorer's table as Thurman tipped it out of bounds, and here comes Larry Givens into the game for the Alton Redbirds.
Now Larry comes in and he gives us another scoring punch, which he's done all year. A good shooter.
See if he can get a good look from 3. Here's Harris fouled at the free throw line by Tyrone Parker there, and that'll be 3 team fouls, Parker with his first.
And that's the triple threat that Trey Harris presents. If you don't close him out, he strokes the 3, and then when you close him out, even though he's big, he can beat you off the dribble. It's a tough matchup for Alton Redbirds right now.
Roundtree throws it into Covington, top of the key, long 3, no good. Rebound to Abassa Brown, and he steps up into the front court quickly. Throws it to Parker, and he was almost out of bounds and had to throw it to the Tigers.
Yeah, Abassa just gave that ball up a little late. Drew Curtis with the layup.
Curtis back the other way, lays it up and in as the Tigers run a secondary break there, and they lead 9-8. Alton ball down by a point. Givens to Womack. Womack, nice move, up and in, right around Curtis for 2.
That's a good strong move by Aaron. I think Aaron can really hurt Drew Curtis right there with his foot speed. Turn, face him up, attack the rim. The lefty used his right hand that time on the left side. 10-9,
Redbirds with a 1-point lead again. Roundtree playing catch with Covington at the top of the key. Womack guarding Covington, now to Harris. Parker's on him. Crockrell has the basketball to Harris for 3. It's Off the mark, long rebound. Roundtree grabs it. As it ricocheted around there for a while. Roundtree to Covington. 3-ball again. Nope, he missed another one.
But the offensive rebounds are killing him.
Harris with the rebound, and Womack may get the foul. And the Tigers, especially Covington, settling for these long threes.
Yeah, and they're not hesitating.
Womack with his first foul. That's 4 fouls to no fouls for Edwardsville.
And the fouls are really coming off these offensive rebounds. These second chance opportunities are creating shots. And here's another 3 by Curtis.
Curtis 3, no good. Rebound Anderson. Quickly out to Parker, 2-on-2 with Gibbons. Parker stops, missed it, but fouled. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. 1:55 to go as Edwardsville will use a 30-second timeout here. First quarter. After the game, our Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game headed your way. So stay tuned for that. Right now, back and forth, 10-9 Redbirds, Coach.
Yeah, and right now, Coach Waldo is not happy with the shot selection of his Tigers. Right now, I think if he's in the huddle talking to him, they're not getting the fluidity out of their offense that he'd like because they're jacking the quick threes, especially Covington. We're talking about Edwardsville here in the first 7 minutes here, have 6 minutes actually, have already shot 6 threes. And they've only hit 1. So I know Coach Waldo wants to exploit the size of Alton by punching it inside a little bit more.
You would think so. Some 6'5" guys, and that's obviously a lot bigger than the Redbirds. And here at the line for the Redbirds is Tyrone Parker, as he will try to give the Redbirds more than just a 1-point lead. It's been a 1-point lead back and forth. And this free throw will not go for Parker, averaging 12 points per game as he's shooting 57% from the free throw line.
And as good of a shooter Tyrone is, that's very, very, very questionable because you think if he could shoot the 3 as well as he does, he'd be a better free throw shooter. He hits the second, though. Here comes the pressure full court, 1-2-2.
2-point lead, Redbirds up 11-9. They break the press, and Curtis gives the ball up. Now Roundtree traveled as he shuffled there at the left elbow. And it's going to go right back to Alton High. 1:45 to go, first quarter.
That's the 3rd turnover on Edwardsville. And again, it's another unforced turnover right now. It's the flow. So the Redbirds got to feel good about where they're at.
Abassa Brown, left elbow. Good. Free throw line extended for Abassa Brown. 13-9. Redbirds with the lead. Edwardsville moving into the lane. Poked away by Brown from behind.
That's good hustle by Bossa to get back into play. He's real excited right now. And when he gets excited and he gets to moving the ball around for his teammates and creating like he did on the last shot, Alton's pretty good.
Chance Hill going to come in to guard Covington now. A mismatch there, obviously, with Womack going out. Covington out for 3. It's good. And he makes it 13-12 with a tray.
And that's tough when the coach sends you in to guard the other guy who's the stud, and the first possession you give up a 3.
Yep.
So Chance is going to look to get a little bit more aggressive on him defensively and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Got caught in a screen there, and now Hill hands the ball to Brown. Out to Carlos. Anderson driving. Free throw line. Back to Abassa Brown. Under a minute to go. First quarter. 13-12 Redbirds. Brown inside. Left hand. No good. As he made a nice drive, but missed the short one.
He did, and he had to switch hands to shoot it. You would have liked to see him drop that to the corner to Larry Gibbons.
There's Harris up for 3, and finally the Tigers hitting a couple of threes back to back.
And they're not finding the shooters, Brent. That's the problem right now. We're not even getting hands up. These are wide open threes. We have to run them off the three-point line to attack.
Here's Parker inside. Scoop shot good. And it's 15-15. Parker ties the game. Into the middle of the court. Tigers have it. Give and go. Cockrell underneath. Foul and 1. Anderson with a foul. His first.
And even when they're not hitting the 3 behind the arc, they're getting an opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way with Cockrell, the stud football player for Alton Edwardsville Tigers. He gets an and 1 off of a layup, and now he's got a chance to shoot for the and 1.
5 Redbirds have 1 foul each. 5 team fouls. Free throw good. 3-point play is good. And Edwardsville's out in front, 18-15, first quarter. High-scoring quarter here.
It is. Edwardsville's went to a 1-2-2 to slow him down. Alton's trying to play for the last shot.
Abasa Brown at the buzzer. Missed it from the free throw line. Off the back iron, no good. So after one quarter, Edwardsville by 3, 18-15 over Alton High. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
8 minutes on the clock, second quarter. Coach William Gordon and Brent Berkland back with you here on the Big Z. AltonDailyNews.com and at RiverBender.com. Lots of fans here tonight, as you can see if you check out RiverBender.com. Inside, Womack with a miss and an offensive foul as he charged in there, and Harris took the charge.
And I thought that was a tough call because Trey looked like he was falling backwards when Aaron made the contact. That was a good pump fake and strong drive by Aaron, but he got called for the charge.
You never like those offensive fouls when they're under the basket either. They don't do that in the NBA or in college basketball, but here's Roundtree the other way. Good, and one again for Edwardsville.
Right there, it's a simple chin cut. For those who are familiar with the Princeton offense, you have 2 guards high. The point guard makes a basket cut to the baseline, and right now the Alton defensive guards are getting hung up on those screens like you talked about earlier, and we're giving up baskets at the rim, and then we're trying to block the shot and foul them.
Well, now Thurman has 2 fouls. Womack with 2 fouls. 7 fouls. Tigers have 1 foul. And it's up and in for Roundtree. The three-point play is good again.
In that last quarter, Brent, you talk about high shooting. Alton was 7 for 13 from the field, while Tigers were 7 for 14. So we are shooting high percentages both ways. However, the foul trouble, I think, is going to add up and become a major problem here for the Redbirds.
Yeah, you got to cut that down. 18-15 after one quarter. It's 21-15 now. Redbirds a miss. Tigers back. Roundtree again. Good. Left-handed in. Roundtree with a bucket.
Now Sean Roundtree starting to exert himself. Coach Smith is taking a timeout. It's jumped up to 23-15 with 7:01 left in the quarter, Brent. It jumped up in a hurry.
And not happy with the defense with some easy buckets now. It's an 8-point game, 7:01 to go. First half, back at Alton High in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Welcome back to AHS A-Town tonight. It's the Redbirds and the Tigers. Boys Southwestern Conference basketball. And Coach Gordon and Brent Berkland here with you in the second quarter. Womack inside. Aaron Womack up, left it short. Rebound Tigers, who lead it by 8 points here.
There's a baseline drive by Tyrone Parker. Hit Aaron Womack diving down from the free throw line. Aaron just couldn't finish.
There's a shot missed, and back the other way quickly. It's Abasa Brown. Brown, an alley-oop there it looked like, but it was a shot. I thought it was a pass to Anderson, but it rolled in and out. A soft touch there, but he missed it, and it's Edwardsville ball.
And Bassa got the rebound, and he pushed. And, as a coach, you always talk to your kids about why are we pushing? Are you pushing for a reason? And right there, I think he got caught in between a reason, and that's why it looked like a oop. He ended up shooting a little push shot.
Yeah. 6 minutes to go in the game, or I should say in the first half. Second quarter, top of the key, and Roundtree's going to set up the offense. Armin Fletcher's out there with him. But right now, Roundtree's going to dump it down. It goes to Harris. Gibbons on him. Baseline, no. Rebound, Womack. It's Redbirds' ball. 23-15. Here comes Parker. Parker skip pass to Gibbons. Gibbons is going to drive in, and he was bumped and fouled as he jumped into the lane.
And that's the one thing Larry brings. Now, you talk about we're not getting any fouls. If you notice on Larry's catch, he gave a good, strong, hard pump fake, drove to the lane hard, got the contact. Redbirds just aren't getting enough of that right now. I did think he was shooting, though, Brent.
That was Covington with a foul, too, by the way. And they are going to throw it inbounds here. Team foul number 2 for the Tigers. Abassa Brown fires it up. Nope, missed a long one. Rebound Parker. Parker inside, glass, and it rolls off the rim. No good. Out of bounds off of Edwardsville. It's Alton high ball.
And that's great hustle by Tyrone, not giving up on the play.
Well, I thought that was going to go in for Parker.
Yeah, that was a good unbalanced little floater he had in the lane off the offensive rebound.
5:24 to go as they throw it inbounds. Down to Womack it goes. Skip past Gibbons, 3. There we go. Nope, he missed it.
It's a good look by Larry, just couldn't knock it down. Here's where the Redbirds start to get in trouble. They get in these possessions, and again, Carlos hasn't touched the ball.
Right.
And when Carlos touches it, good things happen for them, and he just goes too long without touching the ball.
Roundtree drives, high off the glass and in again.
And I know, Brent, we came into this game with the headliners being Harris and Covington, but I think Mr. Roundtree is starting to say, hey, maybe you need to talk about me a little bit more.
7 in the quarter for Roundtree. He has all of Edwardsville's points. Here's Womack, glass, no good, as he had a step it looked like on Curtis, but just missed it.
Yeah, he had a good look there on his left-hand side. Without Tyler McLemore tonight, Aaron really hasn't gotten a rest, and I wonder how much of a toll that's going to take on him.
This one's tipped into the backcourt, and now Brown trying to reach in on Roundtree, and Roundtree carrying the ball, palming it. He turns it over.
That's the 4th turnover on Edwardsville. I'm not sure if he called a palm there or if he called the over and back.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been tipped, but maybe it was over and back. But Tyrone Parker for Alton to Aaron Womack now. Out to Abassa Brown. Abassa driving in, fouled by Trey Harris on the drive. Harris with his first, and team foul number 3 now. The lead is 10 for Edwardsville, 25-15. Redbirds in a dry spell here.
Yeah, Redbirds' offense is starting to get a little stagnant. We need to get a little bit more movement. Right now, we're holding the ball too much.
Get one of these threes to fall. That'll help too, but Gibbons on the drive. Larry had it blocked. May have been Harris, Covington. They were both there.
I like the drive, though. I think you need that to loosen up the defense.
Edwardsville ball, 3:50 to go, second quarter. Here's Trey Harris, back to the top. Fletcher, right back down to Harris, front of the rim. No, rebound. Carlos Anderson, Alton high ball. Tomorrow night, Alton will play in the Jerseyville tournament once again. They'll face Jerseyville at 7:30 here on the Big Z. Marquette and Collinsville at 6. Abassa Brown with a drive into the lane, and he's fouled, and still the Redbirds are going to the rim.
They are, and again, that's the thing I like about Larry, because Larry's coming in. I think they saw the success he was having going to the line, going to the rim and getting fouled. Now Abassa's picking up on it.
Abassa Brown at the line. 5 for Parker tonight, 4 for Anderson, 4 for Womack. Brown has 2 points. And now he has 3 as he hits the free throw. And Abassa Brown will shoot again.
Brett, was that their first point in the quarter?
It is. 18-15 after 1.
With 4.5 to go, that's tough. I'm sorry, with 4.5 gone, they're just now scoring their first 2 points.
Yep.
Maybe they can build up on it.
Get on a run here. 2 free throws for the Redbirds, so 25-17. Now we have a foul on Alton again.
And Coach Smith has to be frustrated. I know you want to pressure the ball and get back into it, but we're talking about a foul that's 30 feet from the brim. It's near half court, and that's going to put Roundtree on the line for the 1-and-1, and he's been playing pretty well tonight.
Now this second quarter, he's come alive, and first quarter he was distributing, of course, and 81% from the line, and he missed the front end of the 1-and-1.
Another rebound for Carlos Anderson.
Redbirds,
he's got 5 of them.
Can stay on a roll here. 25-17. They need to cut into it some more here. Abasa Brown back. Gives to Parker. Parker driving in to Anderson. Anderson on the block. Throws it out high to Womack. Womack's going to drive in, and good, and one. Flashing by was Fletcher, but Womack went all the way.
They ran the pick and roll. They call it Edwardsville in the man. They're switching man to man, so they're switching all the men all around. Carlos with a great kick out to Aaron, who pump faked and once again drove to the hole. Alton is really focused on really getting to the rim this quarter, and now the fouls are starting to even out because they're driving and not settling for the jump shot.
Exactly. 8-5 the fouls. Alton with 8, Edwardsville 5. Womack with 6 points, and he puts it up, and the line drive free throw is no good.
Got to capitalize on your free throws against good teams like this.
Yeah, those 3-point plays too. 25-19 now. Edwardsville by 6. Roundtree with Abasa Brown guarding him. Now to Covington, right elbow, fires up and in.
And he's been scuffling a little bit, so I know that's going to give him some confidence.
Still got 9 points, including a 3. Into the lane, Abasa Brown up and in as he goes to the front of the rim again.
And the difference with that layup, instead of shooting those floaters, he jump stopped in the front of the lane, got his balance, and was able to shoot right on balance. That's a good shot for Abasa.
Here's Harris the other way. He rattles one in as he stepped into the lane for 2. 8 points for him. Back comes Parker now. Tyrone all the way down to the right block, out to Brown. 29-21. Tigers by 8. Here's Womack inside again. Missed it this time. May have been blocked. Back come the Tigers.
In that time, Aaron came down the lane and there was more resistance. And like I said, I think that one did get blocked by Cockrell.
Here's Roundtree. Clearing out on the right side. He throws it to the left side, and Harris with Anderson on him. Down to Cockrell now, left hand, good, off the glass and in. 5 points for him.
And right now, the strength of Edwardsville is showing up. And again, this allows them, anytime they get layups, that allows them to set that 1-3-1.
Here's a 3, open, Parker missed it. Rebound, Gibbons was under there, and we have a foul on Edwardsville, I think knocking Aaron Womack out of the way of the rebound. It's going to be on the Tigers, and thought it was Curtis, but it's Cockrell with his first foul. Team foul number 6.
And maybe he had flashbacks back to football season when Aaron was dropping back as a quarterback. Maybe he thought he was going to get the sack.
Exactly.
Because he just took Aaron right out of there.
Keep putting a body on him. 31-21. Redbirds need some points here, and timeout as Brown was not able to get it inbounds with 1:08 to go till halftime.
Right there on that out-of-bounds set, Brent, the Redbirds just didn't set enough solid screens. At the other end, they're getting beat up on screens. And as a player, you'd like to get, whenever your game gets physical, the best way to get back into the other team is to set physical screens. It kind of is the equalizer, and right now we're just getting out-physicaled by a bigger, stronger Edwardsville Tigers team.
Alton a record of 8-8. Edwardsville 13-1 on the season. Coming into the game tonight, and we have Staunton and Roxana coming up as game 2 of our doubleheader. 8:14, we tipped off the game tonight, well after 8 o'clock, and Alton and Edwardsville here in the second quarter. 1:08 to go, and Alton ball down by 10 to the Tigers. Aaron Womack, top of the key. Aaron gives it off to Chance Hill, who's now in. Over to Abasa Brown, left side.
The ball's got to move. Abasa thinks he has a clear out, but they're overplaying it.
3 for Brown. No good. Redbirds threes aren't going.
No, and that's a bailout shot. When you see that and the help comes that early, you have to reverse the ball to the other side of the floor where you have numbers.
Here's Trey Harris with it, guarded by Hill. 2 number 3s there with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter.
The vaunted 4 corners is now in effect.
Oh, yes. They only had to kill 30 or 40 seconds here till halftime. We're now at 22 seconds to go. Harris gives to Covington. Who are they going to clear it out for? Will it be Roundtree? Covington, Harris. Harris has it here. Double teamed. Gets it to Covington. Down low. Underneath. No. Anderson with some good D. 4 seconds left. Abasa Brown all the way down into the corner instead of putting it up. And he gave it to Gibbons, and the time ran out.
And right there, that was crazy because Covington got fouled at the other end, but the refs did a great job of not bailing him out because he was underneath the basket. This end, Basa, the point guard, the senior, has to be aware of time and situation. If there's any time to force a shot, that was the time to force a shot.
Yep. Tigers 31, Redbirds 21. We're at halftime here in the 8 o'clock hour. Back at Alton High with halftime in a moment with the Tigers leading by 10. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
Casasa? Do you have a free checking account that pays you cash? Cash like greenbacks, cash like, hi, I'm Johnny, cash like this. The massive interest you get just for putting your money into a free Casasa account. Casasa. A new word for a checking account that liberates you with no minimum balance and ATM refunds from sea to shining sea. Do you know where to get more cash? If you Casasa, you do. Do you Casasa?
Don't just bank. Casasa, only available at America's finest community banking institutions.
Morrissey Construction Company is a general contracting firm that specializes in housing, historic renovation, educational, and commercial construction. For 60 years, Morrissey Construction has exceeded client expectations by completing projects ahead of schedule and under budget while providing quality construction services. Maintaining good relationships while placing the client's building investments first has helped the company build a reputation as a trustworthy contractor with a multitude of repeat clients. For more information, visit morrisseyconstruction.com.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Edwardsville and Alton getting ready for the second half, and the Redbirds send out Womack, Brown, Parker, Anderson, and Thurman, the starting five for Coach Eric Smith. Assisted by Jeff Harris and Ryan McVickers. Here's a three, no good. Rebound Redbirds, and the third quarter underway. Here comes Alton. Derek Thurman up the right wing to Carlos Anderson at the top. Anderson hands it to Brown, now to Womack. Aaron Womack looking for Parker. Instead, he threw it away. Turnover. Tigers the other way. Trey Harris all the way down and up and in.
And you don't want to start the quarter off with a turnover, and that turnover led to a direct layup by Trey Harris.
10 points for Harris. The lead is 12, 33-21, Edwardsville. Here's Carlos Anderson. Left elbow, Carlos up and in as he found himself open on the dribble drive.
And that time he didn't wait for somebody else to create offense for him. He created himself with the pump drive. Sophomore or not, he's got to get more engaged right now.
Roundtree underneath, open layup, and from Harris to Roundtree for two.
And right now, Derek Thurman is getting killed on that first chin cut, where Roundtree's cutting off the diagonal high post guy to the lane. He's got to jam that cut, not let him cut direct to the basket. It's what they call knocking him off his path.
Sean Roundtree, 9 points now. Here's Carlos Anderson, who now has 6. The lead is still a dozen, 35-23, Edwardsville. Third quarter, here's Womack inside to Parker, but kicked out of bounds under the Alton basket.
Good idea by Aaron to look for Tyrone cutting back door, but the defense sagged off of him. He was 8 feet from the rim and had an open 8-foot jump shot, which he can knock down.
Here's Thurman into the lane. Little fadeaway. Good as he turned around and hit the bucket. First points for Thurman in the game. Again, the JV game earlier tonight, an exciting overtime win for the Redbirds over the Tigers. 60-54. 3-ball goes in for Garrett Covington of Edwardsville.
And Brent, I think he's going to come out this quarter and try to make a statement. He didn't shoot the ball fairly well the first quarter, and then he got fouled right before the end, and they didn't call him. He was a little upset.
Inside, Abasa Brown missed it, got his own rebound. Reverse layup, good for Brown. 8 points for Basa now.
That was a good, strong finish and put back up by Basa down around the rim in the land of giants.
38-27, Edwardsville, double-digit lead and the ball. Underneath, looking for Roundtree, and Anderson tipped it out of bounds.
That was good recovery, too, because Alton has went to their half-court run and jump sets now, where anything that goes to the wings, they're going to try to pinch you and get turnovers.
And there may be some layups when that happens. Here's Roundtree with a three, and he hits it. Roundtree with a three ball.
And that's 2 assists this quarter already by Mr. Harris.
Anderson three, right back for Carlos. It's good. A three each way, and that's the Redbirds' first three of the game. 41-30, Tigers, as they've come out with some hot shooting in the third quarter. Underneath, layup, Fletcher blocked away, but he got it back and laid it in.
Tyrone Parker came over with great help side to get the block, but then there was nobody to help him, and like you said, Fletcher got his own rebound and got the putback.
43-30. Here's Thurman three. Nope. Tipped out by Brown to Anderson, though. Anderson, top of the key, has the dribble. Gives it up to Abasa Brown, who will set up the offense. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Here's Womack at the high post, driving on Curtis. And we have a foul called on Curtis. He thought Alton was going to get called for a travel, I think, but Curtis with a foul instead.
And that was a good, strong move by Aaron Womack. He's being real aggressive inside right now.
First foul of the third quarter. It took about 4 minutes. The Tigers will pick up one here. Curtis with his second foul.
Nobody's really in foul trouble, so this looks like a big, good battle.
And Brown throws it in. Tyrone Parker hands it back to Brown. 4:15 to go, third period now. 43-30. Redbirds down by 13. Parker into the lane, blocked away by Harris from behind.
I was having a conversation about Coach Waldo the other day with another coach. And this is what I say about Coach Waldo. Coach Waldo's one of those coaches who finds a scab on you, and he just keeps picking it and picking it and picking it. And that's what he's done. Alton has run 4 different sets, and his team has jumped those sets every single time. He does a meticulous job of scouting other teams. And Alton's having trouble scoring right now because he's taking all their sets away from him.
Redbirds have already scored more in this quarter than they did in the second period when they had 6 points. They have 9 here in the quarter and trail still by 13, 43-30. It's Alton ball.
Right now they're getting pushed further and further out on the perimeter, though. You'd like to see something going towards the rim again.
Here's Womack, top of the key, hands it to Tyrone Parker. Parker fires a three. Nope. Redbirds missing the threes tonight.
And you'd like to see something a little different. Again, we talked about this as trending. I'm a trending guy. Parker came out, Carlos Anderson came out with 2 quick buckets, and he hasn't been able to touch the ball again.
Roundtree back to Curtis. He hands it to Sean Roundtree again.
Edwardsville is so patient. They just keep running their stuff.
Here's Roundtree looking for Curtis. Good D for the Redbirds here, man-to-man. Here's a steal. Brown was ready. Abasa lays it in.
It's a good steal by Abasa. Read the lanes. Jumped out. I thought maybe we were going to get Dunk City, but he stayed safe and got the layup.
10 points for Abasa Brown. Timeout on the floor. 2:55 to go, third quarter. Again, after the game, our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. Stay tuned for that. Redbirds and Edwardsville Tigers, followed tonight by Staunton and Roxana. 9 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. Here on the Big Z, AltonDailyNews.com. It's William Gordon and Brent Birkland here with you. Boys Southwestern Conference basketball. And Alton playing again tomorrow night. Edwardsville will go to the Salem tournament. Redbirds will go to the Jerseyville tournament.
Edwardsville has a much favorable midwinter shootout than the Redbirds do.
Oh, yes. Collinsville, Marquette, Cahokia, all waiting at that tournament. Round robin tournament. Here's Roundtree, fouled as he was driving down. A touch foul on Thurman there as he got a little hand check for his third foul.
Right there, Coach Waldo called a spread, said it wasn't quite four corners. He spread it open and let Roundtree create. And they had a mismatch on the block, and they tried to exploit it. You know, for an Edwardsville-Alton game, and this game is still fairly close, you would like to see the crowd on Alton's side a little bit more into the game right now.
Covington with a turnaround in the lane. He hits it. It's 45-32. Redbirds with a miss. Now Roundtree with a foul as Parker followed his shot.
Yeah, Tyrone forced that shot there. Luckily, he followed it and got fouled while doing so.
He knew it was going to be way short. Roundtree foul number 1. And in a 13-point game, the Redbirds need to step it up here. Still 2:28 to go. Third quarter. Abasa Brown driving in. Free throw line. Now back inside the lane. Brown for 2.
And he pulled the defense all the way back, stretched him, and then he attacked the middle of the lane.
6 in the quarter for Brown, 12 in the game. 5 in the quarter for Anderson again.
There's that basket cut again.
Roundtree reverse layup, good. Roundtree scores again. He's got 14 in the game.
And that's the big thing right now. All Alton's buckets right now are coming off one-on-one moves. There's no ball movement. And then Edwardsville comes to the other end, and they're killing them off of assists.
Inside Thurman, nice move, missed it, got his own rebound, taken away though, and Cockrell the other way. Hands to Roundtree with 1:35 to go. Coach Mike Waldo. Hands to the high post, Curtis for 3, missed the shot, rebound the other way.
He got hit in his face, no call.
And Alton's going to lose the ball. It's a 3-on-1 the other way, and here's Cockrell laying it up and in.
Wow, Abasa Brown just dribbled that ball off his foot and then just kept running the other way. He made no attempt to go get the ball, and they got an easy layup for Edwardsville.
15-point lead now, 49-34. 10-point game at halftime. The Redbirds have not been able to make a run here. Here's Parker into the lane, foul and 1. Nice move, Tyrone there.
Right there, they finally got some ball movement. Tyrone got the ball on the move where he was able to cut into the defense. One hard dribble, he went up strong, got the foul and the basket.
54 seconds to go here. And Trey Harris will pick up his second foul. Harris, 10 points, 14 for Roundtree and 14 for Covington. And Parker at the free throw line. Anderson leaves the game, might be shaken up. I'm not sure if he's got a nosebleed or what, but trainer Andy Renner going to check him out as Womack, Thurmond in there. Parker, free throw. 3-point play is good.
And the Redbirds needed that, Brent, to pull them back within 12, 49-37.
Need to get it to single digits here, somehow, some way. Womack almost had a steal. Now Gibbons does, but he lost it right back. Covington up and in. Covington was 7 in the quarter, 16 in the game.
It's a tough shot.
The other way, Abasa Brown is fouled.
He's going to go to the line and shoot, too. He's been almost all the offense this quarter for him.
Curtis, third foul for Edwardsville now. Abasa Brown, 6 in the first half, 6 in the third quarter for 12 in the game. And the free throw, up and in, and Anderson comes right back in, so he must be all right. Abasa Brown, 7 in the quarter now. Another free throw coming.
Yeah, Carlos got checked out and he's right back in. Derek Thurman's going to sit down and take a break. Right now, the Redbirds, there's just, I don't know if it's me, Brent, but it just seems like there's no energy right now. Not to be down 12 right now, you think there's to be some more energy.
51-39, 30 seconds to go. Harris with a miss on a finger roll. Anderson with a rebound. He's headed all the way down, up and in. Anderson makes it a 10-point game.
And again, he's going to have to start going to work.
14 seconds to go. Edwardsville with the last shot. Harris threw an elbow, no call.
getting a little ticky-tacky out there.
Roundtree stepping in, and he is fouled. Anderson will help him up. Boy, Harris got away with one out high there.
Yeah, he gave Aaron an elbow right to his chest.
Second foul is all for the Redbirds here in the second half, and the foul is going to go here on Tyrone Parker, his second.
And the one thing you like to see, Carlos has that mentality of no layups. So even after the foul, he came and gave some extra contact to Roundtree, but good sportsmanship he has, he helped him up. You like to see a kid who plays hard and plays within the rules of good sportsmanship.
Roundtree at the line. In the air, no good. Rebound. Is Harris over the back?
I'm not quite sure what these refs are calling. Lane violation?
And looks like he's going to shoot again. I guess he had 2 shots.
Oh, okay. I don't think nobody knew what was going on there for a second.
Strange there, but he missed the first free throw. 51-41. Remember, at halftime, it was 31-21. In the air, good. Roundtree, another big quarter here.
Bossa Brown with a shot at the buzzer.
And it's no good, and that's the end of the third quarter here. It's 52-41. Tigers lead the Redbirds by 11 as we go to the fourth quarter. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
With William Gordon, Brent Birkeland back as we start the fourth quarter here at Alton High School Gymnasium. The good news is the Redbirds had a 20-point quarter. The bad news is the Tigers scored 21 points.
Yeah, Brent, they gained a point. Alton 7 for 14 from the field that quarter. Edwardsville 7 for 12, so they matched each other out.
Redbird defense not as good there in that third quarter.
No, they were giving up a lot of layups. Started off with Roundtree getting a couple of them early.
Here's Womack to start the fourth quarter. Good as he goes into the lane for 2.
It's a good start.
52-43. Here's a kick ball. Bossa Brown trying to save it, but he's out of bounds. Redbirds almost had a steal.
Almost had it. And if history repeats itself, Brent, this is about the time Alton decides to say, hey, we're going to turn it up and make it a game. So let's hope this happens here.
Was hoping for that sometime in the third quarter, but now the fourth quarter. Redbirds tip it out of bounds and right in front of Coach Mike Waldo and the Edwardsville bench. They'll throw it in again. Edwardsville ball leading by 9. It is single digits now. Let's see what the Redbirds do with that.
Covington's going to space it out right now.
And he pushes off on Brown. No call.
It's the 4 corners.
Roundtree has it to Curtis. Now to Roundtree. Inside Fletcher. Blocked away, but a foul on Parker underneath.
And Mr. Fletcher tried to come fly with me and tried to 2-hand dunk on Tyrone. That was a good, strong foul by Tyrone to make him earn it at the line.
Again, no layups. Clean basketball there. Parker with his third foul. In the air and good. Back to a 10-point game, 53-43.
Armand Fletcher, Brent, he's an 81% free throw shooter, so I don't know if that necessarily was a good foul.
2 for 2 from the line.
But it's better than giving up the dunk.
Better than a dunk or layup, I guess. 11-point game again, 54-43. Alton ball as Womack gives it up. Givens 3. Nope. Rebound out of bounds. It's going to go to Alton. Redbirds ball.
Good fight by Aaron Womack.
Well, 2 nights ago, Illinois from the three-point line was 3 for 24. And Alton seems like they've got some of that cooking here tonight.
They do. And this will be the 4th turnover of the second half with an offensive foul on Aaron Womack, trying to set a screen.
3rd foul on Womack. Not sure how many threes the Redbirds have shot, but they've made a grand total of 1. 1 3.
And that was coming here in the last quarter.
Inside Harris, and offensive foul is called as Anderson. I thought it was Anderson taking the charge, but it's Parker as he's slow to get up.
And that's awesome to see Tyrone sliding over, taking the charge.
Harris, 10 points. He now has 3 fouls.
And Brent, if my stats are right, that's the first Edwardsville turnover in the second half. They've had a couple near misses, but that's the first official turnover. They're just an efficient basketball team.
Normally so. 13-1 this year as they stay on a roll year after year after year. Coach Mike Waldo, I believe it's 25 years or something like that.
It's been a while.
It's a long time. Free throw line, Anderson, little fadeaway, blocked away, Tigers ball. Tigers headed the other way, leading by 11, 54-43. Here's Roundtree as they spread the floor again. 4 corners again.
And they're trapping, and they just hit the middle guy. Sean Roundtree's making good decisions down there.
Fletcher underneath, fouled by Anderson, no call, and now they whistle, a very late whistle there.
Carlos gives him the thumbs up. Carlos thought he got away with one, but he knows he got him. Again, it's a good foul, though, if you don't want to give up the layup.
Might be Fletcher again. Let's see who's at the line. It is Fletcher again when he was 2 for 2 just a moment ago.
Brent, we're talking about the three-point shots tonight. Alton 1 of 13 from the 3.
Wow. Amazing.
This young man has a nice stroke at the free throw line also, Mr. Armand Fletcher, a junior, I believe.
Yep, 3 for 3 as he makes the first one. 6'5" junior, and he makes them both. It's perfect again. And it's 56-43, 6:20 to go.
It's a 13-point lead, 56-43. The gym is dead for Alton, and then the Redbirds aren't playing with any pace right now. You got to play with pace.
Womack free throw line way off the mark. Givens grabbed the rebound though. Larry for 3. It's off the mark, way off the mark. Here's Womack with an offensive rebound out to Anderson. It goes through his legs and in the backcourt for an over and back. Over and back as the Redbirds got 2 offensive rebounds on 2 bad shots.
And 2 bad shots, and right there, here's what you always worry about, Brent, when you get times like this, when guys aren't necessarily moving the ball. Do guys get antsy? Do they get frustrated? Do they try to force up shots? Right there, it looked like we had a couple forced shots there. You'd like to see the ball move around a little bit more and maybe get an open drive. We had success earlier when we made our run, pump faking, driving to the rim, getting fouled. Right now, it's too stagnant. It's all one-on-one.
The Redbirds, again, not much spark or energy it seems here tonight, and maybe that, if they would do that on the floor, that would go into the stands too. And now we have a foul. The 3 is good, and a foul away from the ball on Womack as he threw somebody out of the lane. Curtis, I believe, as he fouled him. So Redbirds losing the game and starting to lose their cool a little bit.
Yeah, their composure's starting to leave here a little bit. Aaron's frustrated. They weren't even ready. One of the best three-point shooters in the conference just pops right up for a wide-open 3, and nobody's ready. And here's a wide-open layup.
Here's Curtis inside. No good. Covington over the back, and he got the rebound. Missed the shot. Rebound. Now Covington's over the back again, and they call him with a foul over Anderson.
They caught him that time. The time before, he really came over Carlos's back.
Covington, foul number 2. 5:45 to go in the game. Roundtree, 15 on the board, 19 for Covington after that 3 a moment ago. 6 threes for the Tigers tonight. Here's Abasa Brown driving, blocked by Harris from behind.
And again, it's beginning to be fool's gold where it looks like you have open layup and they close down so hard. I know I keep beating the dead horse, but right now Carlos is 5 for 6 from the field. Make it 6 for 7. He's got to get touches.
Anderson for 2. He's got 13 points. Long pass over the top of the press. Harris, jumper, good in the lane for Trey Harris.
Sweet, sweet touch in the middle of the lane. That's why so many schools are out looking for him.
61-45. Parker, free throw line, no. Womack fires it up. He missed it. Rebound underneath. Covington has it. And timeout Edwardsville with 5:06 to go. And the Redbirds are down 61-45 to the Tigers. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, coach.
5:06 to go in the game. After the timeout, Edwardsville ball, and they're up now 61-45, and they spread the floor again.
And there's still plenty of time left. The Redbirds just have to get activated.
Inside Fletcher will lay it up and in, and it's an 18-point game. Redbirds basketball as they bring it up the floor. Gibbons in the corner. He'll back it up to Abasa Brown. 4:34 to go. Brown inside, left hand, good. 16 for Brown. Edwardsville ball, 4.5 to go. 63-47.
Alton showing their 1-3-1 now.
Roundtree into the lane, fires it up. No, tipped up and in. It's Fletcher again.
Fletcher, it was Roundtree in the first half. Now it's Fletcher this half.
8 in the quarter for Fletcher for 10 points in the game. He only had 2 points in the first 3 quarters. Always somebody will get you for Edwardsville.
Yeah.
They've got 4 players in double figures. 4.
Right now, there's just too much dribbling. It's I'm going to catch it, hold it, look, try to dribble, get my one-on-one. You got a legal screen on Aaron Womack.
Now Womack sets a screen, and Harris takes a little bit of a dive there, but Womack with a foul.
And he's fouled out, Brent.
That is his 5th, and he is gone. Well, Harris helped the referee a little bit with that call.
Yeah, he did.
As he went like he had been shot down to the ground.
Yeah, if this was the NBA, he might be getting fined tomorrow morning.
Little dive action. 65-47. Here's Roundtree, blocked away by Anderson. Brown fouled by Harris. His 4th foul. Harris, 4 fouls, 12 points. Never really got on track like some of the others tonight.
Never did.
Covington and Roundtree have pretty much led the way.
And really, except for that third quarter, that little stretch in the third quarter where Covington scored, I believe, like 8 straight, or he scored 8 in a short amount of time. He really struggled a lot, really, too. It's not like he's in your head. You're like thinking, wow, he's just went off tonight.
Abasa Brown at the free throw line, in the air, good. Brown up to 17 in the game.
Boston's put up solid numbers. I don't know how great the shooting percentage is, but it's just tough when you're playing a team like Edwardsville with the length.
And missed this free throw. 2 Redbirds in double figures. 13 for Anderson, 17 for Brown. 65-48. Down to Fletcher. He kicked it out of bounds as he had a layup, but they'll go the other way to the Redbirds. Redbirds, quarters of 15, 6, and 20. But they trail big here. Down to the corner it goes. Thurman fires, misses. Rebound, Tigers.
A big rebound by Drew Curtis.
3 minutes to go in the game.
And he just played solid tonight for Edwardsville, too. Nothing real fancy. Again, if you look at the game and you say, well, where do we get hurt? I'd have to say Roundtree and Fletcher. You know Covington's going to get his. You know Trey's going to get his, even though he hasn't played well. No look pass.
Inside, Curtis will get a layup as they break the pressure out high.
And that's what the four corners does to you. It makes you chase.
Yep.
And then you end up giving up a layup.
Gibbons misses a 3-ball. Rebound Tigers. Still just 1-3 for the Redbirds.
Yeah, they really went cold. Intentional foul.
Tyrone Parker, it looks like. That'll be his 4th. As with 2:28 to go, about a quarter of the gym is left, and it'll be almost empty by the time we wrap it up.
Yeah, they're fleeing in mass exodus.
Beat the traffic tonight, if you can. The free throw is missed here, 67-48. Cockrell missed the first.
Again, Brent, we're talking Edwardsville right now sitting on, he made it, so 68 points.
Right.
And you've seen a lot of basketball. Wouldn't you say this is a very quiet 68 points?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. But that's what a team like the Tigers can do to you. Lull you to sleep a little bit, I guess. And 68-48 up on the board.
Waldo's putting subs in the game now.
So some new players in there like Jaleel Joshua, number 1 here.
And number 5, Darian Brown.
Brown over and back there. Turnover Edwardsville, 2:20 to go in the game. 20-point lead. Tomorrow night, the Redbirds will try to stop a 4-game losing streak against Jerseyville at the Jersey tournament.
Yeah, and Jersey's streaking right now. That's not a game you can just automatically count as a win.
Brown misses a 3. 2 minutes to go in the game. Over the timeline it goes. Tigers ball. Cockrell has it.
And the one thing about Mike Waldo team you can guarantee they're going to do, they're going to run offense. This isn't going to be one of those, well, the game's over, I'm a sophomore or junior, but here comes the big dunk by Carlos.
Oh, Carlos, a two-handed jam as he got the steal. Anderson, jam time. 15 for Carlos. And now reach in and a foul. Nope, it's
turnover. He stepped on the sideline.
Out of bounds. Alton ball going the other way in a 68-50 game. 18-point lead, and Anderson will throw it into Brown here.
And number 15, Dan Marinko has checked in. And Marinko, what a game did he have in the JV game?
Did a lot of good things. There's a miss by the Redbirds. Anderson saves it to Gibbons. Gibbons inside, knocked away, out of bounds. Edwardsville ball.
And again, the ball's just now moving for Alton right now. Carlos did a great job hustle to save the ball. And then Larry just kind of tried to force it through a couple people.
Well, Covington leads the way with 19. Roundtree with 15. 10 for Fletcher, 12 for Harris. So again, 4 in double figures for the Tigers tonight. Here's a foul on Chance Hill, number 3. For the Redbirds, he's in there now. And also, Jamel Cummings is going to check in a moment.
Senior Jamel Cummings, he's going to get a little playing time. Mylan Hughes is coming in, and Isaiah Gray also checking in, little used members of the bench. The big question is, are we going to see the big 6'6" sophomore Brian Hudson get a little sniff at varsity action?
Hughes, Gray, and Cummings into the game again. And just 1:07 to go in the ball game. Here's Cockrell at the free throw line. And in and out, missed it. Follow, no good, and Redbirds the other way. Redbirds with 1 minute to go, trail by 18 points. Gibbons, left side.
Larry with a deep three.
Fire a three, nope. Threes aren't going, that's about 15 threes or more. 1 3 made tonight. 40 seconds to go. Edwardsville call a timeout just to get the subs in, and then we'll be ready to go with 38 seconds left.
Yep, they'll play it out, and like I say, you just want to get the subs in.
25, Ende Perry checks into the game with a wrap on that right elbow.
Now there's a young man again, we talked about him earlier on, suffered a chipped elbow in the scrimmage actually 2 days before the first game. Steal by Mylon Hughes.
There's a steal, Redbirds back. Here they come with 28 seconds to go. Hughes has the basketball. Down low, nobody home under the basket, but Edwardsville tipped it out. Alton ball, 22 seconds left.
Good look by Mylon trying to run coach's offense, looking for the backdoor cut. You always like to see kids come in who have an understanding of what's going on.
Throw it into Cummings here. 20 seconds left. Cummings finger roll, no, but he's fouled on his way to the basket. And the Tigers will pick up a foul here with just 18.7 seconds to go. And again, Roxana and Staunton on the way. Stay tuned for that. Free throw, no good by Cummings.
Like to see Jamel get his point on the board, so hopefully he'll hit this one right here. Talking about Roxana and Big Hunter Rainey.
And he missed both free throws, did Cummings.
They've got a big matchup coming up at Scott Trade with Marquette a little bit later in the month.
Right. And they also play Marquette at Roxana. Play them twice.
Yeah, in a short period of time, don't they?
Yeah. Underneath, reverse layup, no good, and that's the ball game.
That's going to be it.
68-40. The Tigers over the Redbirds by 18 points tonight. Back with the post game in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Macias Insurance, professional independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Morrissey Construction, completing projects ahead of schedule and under budget for 60 years. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else.